We heard you. 88.5 Super FM presents House Guest, a brand new fresh fortnightly feature airing on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. House Guest will showcase a cadre of professionals from doctors and entrepreneurs to the next door friendly neighbor. So tune in as we network the community with a platform for open, frank, and informative discussion. Only on Sufra FM, your community radio station.
88.5 Surf FM is now at 22 minutes after the hour of 10 a.m. in Surface and Lucia, and of course the Eastern Caribbean. Good morning to all those of you listening. Welcome inside another broadcast of House Guest for today, Thursday, the 15th of June, 2023. In a studio with me, I have two beautiful persons here today and more or less to share with you in terms of the various events leading up to the process of Saturday, which is the big day, Surfray Carnival Queen 2023. I will give them this opportunity to introduce themselves.
So I'm assuming I should go
Good
first
morning
because
to my
ladies
beautiful
first.
people.
Good morning,
Yes,
good
as
morning,
always,
good morning.
we say ladies
Yes, ladies first, ladies
Jealous,
first,
yes.
for sure.
Good morning. Good morning, Kabrina. Good morning, guest number two.
Good morning, good morning.
My name is Genevieve Gonzag. I am the Corporate Communications Officer of the SRDF. And today I'm here to fill you in on, I guess, everything that you want to know about the upcoming Miss Super Carnival Queen Pageant 2023.
Well, indeed, I must say it has been an exciting journey as well. A bit nerve wracking, if you have to say, like any and everything else. We have six beautiful young ladies, and I am so amazed. And at the same time, no one knows who will be crowned queen. Nobody
You
knows.
only know on the
Nobody,
nights.
which is true.
You only know on the nights. I think these young ladies have been putting in so much work that we may just be surprised. Everybody has a favorite, but you never know.
Which is true as well. Um, Again, I'm happy you're here to really walk us through the various events that have actually happened in the name of the sponsors meet and greet, the grand motorcade,
Mhm.
and everyone. We're not really thrilled. Again, the time was of the essence. It never started on time.
I would love to say Lucian time, but usually with events like these, you never know what's going to come up. There are always little kinks that need to be ironed out on the day. So that's just what happened. We came there, there was stuff to be ironed out, and we started when we could have. And we had a great time. I think the young ladies had an amazing time on the road, seeing members of the community come out to wave them and support them and show them encouragement. It was a grand old time.
In your opinion, how, maybe from what you saw on the ground, how the communities really received, those beautiful ladies, especially coming out of the communities of Choiseul, Canris, and even Suffragette itself, the beautiful town?
I think everybody's excited. Everybody's excited for Saturday. Um, And I'm expecting large numbers because what we saw on the road, the individuals who came out to cheer them on, if that is any indication of the numbers that we're going to see, we should see a huge crowd on Saturday.
Could you tell us about the meet and greet with the sponsors? How was it for the girls?
Okay, so other young ladies got the opportunity to engage sort of with their sponsors, the staff at the various business places, just to spend time with, get to know who it is that are sponsoring them, get to feel good, get to network, and I guess, well, not guess, but also show that they're ambassadors for their sponsors. Uh, no doubt, hands down, I think all these ladies had a lot of fun. And filming it and watching them interact with the sponsors, the owners of the businesses, the staff there, I was having fun through them as well. It was amazing just watching them light up and, just engage with their sponsors. I wish I were a contestant during that short time while I was watching them. I was like, why couldn't I be a contestant too? But the young ladies had fun. The sponsors have welcomed these young ladies with open arms, and they've been it's been a great journey for them. I could tell you that on their behalf that it's been an amazing journey for each and every one of these young ladies.
And I think also it's a great opportunity as well where you get to network. And a lot of the times you come across various businesses as well who, even after that occasion, would want to welcome you on board in terms of if they have any advertisement and maybe even have you as their PR as well, because you would have been able to build on your self confidence and, of course, showcasing all the various ways, available. Example, the evening and even the swimsuit that everybody's dying to see the swimsuit. What are your thoughts as a lady? I wouldn't ask Dre.
Um, I think that's just honestly, well, swimsuit is not my favorite category. I mean, I love seeing the young ladies in their swimwear. It's amazing. You get to see the craftsmanship of the swimwear as well as you get to see those young ladies exude confidence that sometimes you don't even see when they're on the ground.
Yeah.
Um, but I do not know why everybody else on the streets wants to see them in swimwear. And I guess if they do want to see, tickets are only $75 and you could get it at the SRDF
Oh
offices.
man.
So they're welcome to buy the tickets to come see the young ladies put on a show. Um, I think every category has something for everybody. I'm honestly excited to hear or see the ambassadorial speeches as well as interview. I feel like this is just always my favorite part of any Queen show. I love how they tackle the questions and talent as well. Especially for this cohort, we have six talented young ladies, and I can't wait to see which talents they decide to show on the night because I know a few of them are multi-talented. So I can't wait to see what a few of them put on that night. Well, on Saturday, not that night, on Saturday, a few days from now.
Just your personal opinion, actually. Have you been working with any of the girls individually?
No, I've seen them do their group rehearsals, and that's why I'm very excited. You see, how do I put it? It's like a melting pot of talent when you see them together. It's
You,
like on the night when they're
you see little nitty
individually
gritties that
right, and when you get to see them individually what it is that they've been working on behind the scenes, that is what I'm most excited to see because I know what they look like together. I know what they exude when you see them together when they're practicing their opening numbers
hmm
or the various other little group activities. But I'm really excited to see them on the stage alone, putting on their talent or giving their ambassadorial speeches.
Okay. I will ask Mr. Chaperone right here, of course, if you haven't done so as yet, to introduce yourself.
Good morning. Good
And
morning.
during the nitty gritty of things, you will let us know how has it been for you as well.
Yes, yes. My name is Andre Henry, aka Dre, Triple A HD. Um, it's been very very good so far. But, like Geneve said, a bit of ups and downs here and there, but the journey has been fairly good, fairly good.
What are your challenges?
Ah, man, challenges, challenges, challenges. I can't really pinpoint, but I can say I've never worked so hard as a chaperone in a pageant like this one.
The hard work is good.
Yeah,
It
man,
leads
it
to
was yeah.
success.
I hope so.
Yeah, it leads. It
Yeah,
it always leads to
I hope so.
success.
I hope so.
Yes. From this point onwards, actually, what encouragement would you put out there? Not just for a specific, but overall, the six beauties.
Um, Let me tell you, come Saturday 17th is gonna be a very competitive pageant. I'm telling you, Like Genevieve said, there will be lots of surprises.
She knows.
And being a pageant person and very observant in certain things, I can tell you it will be very competitive, very close. And that is the best part of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you guys speak to ticket promotions? Will there be any today or even the remaining cost of the week leading up to Saturday? And as well, the ticket outlets and persons who may not have purchased this already?
Well, I'm not sure if we have any more promotions. We gave you guys Tuesday and Wednesday.
Which is not enough.
Uh, we gave you Tuesday and Wednesday, and we allowed you to get it at early bird prices. But regular tickets are $75, only $75, and tickets are available at Ice and Bites, Who Can Chill, um, the SRDF offices. We have two of them. So you have no excuse to get a ticket and to be there on Saturday 17th. It's at 7 p.m. And if I'm being honest, I'll probably be there from 5 because I want a good seat.
You know what I'm
Which
saying?
is
I
true.
want a very good seat, and I want to be very comfortable.
I
Of
agree.
course. Of course.
But we have to consider the weather might be a playing factor as well. So persons may have to come out with their umbrellas. Yes.
Yes.
Come rain or
Rain or
shine,
shine, just come prepared. Walk with your umbrella
snow or
because
hail.
the
We're
weather
having
forecast is a bit shaky.
yeah.
But just come prepared
Which is-
to have a wonderful show from these six beautiful young ladies.
I totally agree. I am excited as well. So I think like Geneva, I may be there from 5 o'clock. Who knows as
I'm
well.
really
You
excited. I
understand?
want to catch
The early
everything. I
bird
want to see
catches
the
Yeah.
young
you,
ladies walking
which is
in.
true.
I want to see the chaperones coming in. I want to see everything. So I'm going to be very early to ensure that I can see everything.
I know,
In
right?
your opinion, Miss Gonzaga, I would ask, what would you love to see happen even after the journey for the young ladies?
It's not what I would love to see happen. I know it is what will happen. Just being exposed to pageantry gives you so many opportunities. These young ladies have been exposed to so many things that perhaps in their regular lives they would not have been able to meet. They've met people they would have never met
Mm-hmm.
if it were not for the pageant.
Yeah.
They got to go to places that they never may have gone if it was not for the pageant.
Yeah.
So I just know these young ladies are going to come out of this journey a lot more confident. They're going to be a lot more poised. There are lessons that you learn from pageantry that you don't learn anywhere else
Yeah.
but in pageantry. So the grooming and the taking care of yourself, the how your posture, your composure, these are things that they're going to take with them for the rest of their lives. So
Mhm.
I'm really excited to see where they go to next
Yeah,
because they
yeah.
already have these qualities.
Yeah.
These are things that have already been given to them. It's just up to them to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would love at this very moment to reach out to the sponsors. And of course, this would not have been possible.
Right. So, of course, I'm going to big up the girls as well. We have Miss Florita St. Omar. She's Miss Fordu Eco Resort. We have Kishel Winifred. She's Miss
Yes.
Miss Soufra Fonseja Constituency Council. Miss Monsel Alfred. Miss Crick's Funeral Home. Kathy Paul. Miss Sugarlicha Viceroy Resort. Emily Tison, Miss SRDF. And Kitel Symphorian. Miss Cool Breeze Car and Jeep Rental. So these are the 6 young ladies who will be putting on a stellar show for Sufra and Environs on
So you know
Saturday
it.
at
You know
7
it.
p.m.
Be there, tell a friend, and of course, bring a friend. Understanding that a few of the girls did partook in the Grizzly Carnival, which just took place over the weekend, your sentiments would be welcomed.
Okay, I think it's always great for them to be able to um, meet other young ladies who are going through the same journey as them. And it's also always welcomed to actually see a pageant like the production, how the young ladies uh, behave on stage and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it was amazing that they got the opportunity to at least see one other pageant in the flesh. And again, like I said, some of these girls may have not even have gone to another pageant had it not been for this pageant.
Yeah.
So it's always great to meet other like-minded people, to experience, I guess, being in the crowd because they will be on stage. So
Mhm,
being in the
mhm.
crowd and feeling and
Yeah.
experiencing what it's like. And I guess also being able to speak to these young ladies about their own journeys as well after the pageant. I'm sure they appreciated that.
Okay. Um,
And also just to dress up. I mean, who doesn't like to dress up?
okay then. Um, in an interview with a few of the ladies as well, a lot of them indicated, I mean, they have already paved the way in terms of being entrepreneurs. And I really admire that when young people decide to take the lead. A lot of the times we tend to really wait for handouts, you know, you have to actually provide for yourself and see what comes out of it. I admire that. And I encourage a lot of young persons. And I think if we have to look at the community, there are a lot of young persons who want to emulate, but for some reason they do not get the encouragement or actually maybe the push or even the confidence. And I think, agree with me if you may, that maybe we need to have. Is it maybe like a resource center or I mean, somewhere, a safe haven where they can actually go to if you've discovered certain potential or skills in someone that they can get to, you know, harness it
Hmm.
and whatnot. What would you like to share on that? I mean, knowing all those years you have worked with so many ladies from not only Soufre, but Force Jacques and environs as well.
I think that's something that is needed in Sufra, and like you said, and I know of a lot of young persons who, they're excited about it, and that's something that they want to do and would want to take that step, but then there's no drive, there's no encouragement, there's no push, and then they would say like, next thing I go and next thing I go and do that, or next thing. So it's like, I think if we have something like that, some place that they could go to and be encouraged, learn new stuff, and get that courage to take that step. I think that would benefit the community very, very, very well.
And even with that, how do you push through criticisms? Because you cannot avoid that either.
Well, it's a learning process, and once it's constructive, like I say to young people and my contestant, once it is constructive criticism and it's something to help you better yourself and grow, then take it in. All right, you have to be smart enough to know what to take in and what not to take in. Or once it is something to build you and to raise you from one level to the next, then take that step.
Okay. To those persons who may have missed earlier, and if you're just joining us, good morning to you. We're more or less kind of creating a hype for Saturday. A lot of persons are really excited. And of course, maybe if you haven't made up your mind yet, you should today, tomorrow. There's no other place to be on Saturday.
Mhm.
But the Sofa Mini Stadium tickets are available at all our offices and, of course, the various ticket outlets as well. Not forgetting, I know you guys are going to come for me. Sunday is Father's Day. I'm seeing a smile on Miss Gonzalez's face. Is the champagne already been chilled and the cake and everything? What are your plans for Father's Day? And even with that, let me say, advance Father's Day greetings going out to all the wonderful fathers out there. Let me reach out to Andre, continue the good work. Hey, not
Thank you, thank
forgetting
you,
our
thank you.
very own Romanus. Advance Father's Day greetings going out to you as well. And Miss Gonzag has some wonderful plans she will share with us.
Oh, Cabrino, why would you want me to? Why would you want me to make Dre jealous? Like, why would
He
you want
Oh.
me
has
to
plans
make?
of his own,
Why would you want me
actually.
to make Dre jealous? But honestly, I love my dad. I really, really, really love my dad. And people find lots of people ask me, I did not know that you live with. I'm like, I live with both parents. I usually always talk about my mom a lot,
Hmm.
but my dad and I have that relationship where it's like, we cool, we just cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like, my father is like a really chill. Like nothing bothers this man, nothing shakes this man. It's like he's just so cool. These are like he has these qualities that I aspire to have one day. Like unshakable,
Hmm. Hmm.
unmovable. Like that is how I aspire to be one day. So of course on Sunday I do I will, not I do. I will show him that I appreciate him.
No.
Although I do that all the time, he knows that.
Yeah.
He knows.
But this very
But
special day.
just like I did for my mom on Mother's Day,
That's
I will
right.
do for my dad on Father's Day. List,
As you
there's
should.
tension in the
You know what I'm
household.
saying?
But it won't be as grand as Mother's Day because, like I said, my dad is chill. These are not things that he really
Make a fuss about.
make a fuss, right?
Okay.
He's not really fussy about Father's Day, not even his birthday. But we always go out as the 101 kids that he has. We always go out to ensure that he knows how much we appreciate him.
Nice. Hearing from the father himself, what are your
Well, for
plans?
Father's Day, man, I hope I have the energy to recover after Saturday
Okay,
for
then.
Father's Day. But I've actually gotten a early Father's Day present. One of them, I heard there several, so I received one yesterday, and I'm just looking forward to just having a nice time and with the family, whatever is there planned for me. I hope it brings out all my 32 teeth out of my mouth.
I'm sure your kids have
Yeah.
lots of surprises for you.
We have Rome as well, actually, would love to share his idea of how he plans to spend Father's Day. Good morning so much to you, Rome, and thank you for joining this discussion as well. Advanced Father's Day greetings going out to you. The
Thank
audience
you
would love
so
to hear
much.
your
Good
plans.
morning. Is there an echo?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm hearing an echo, but Sunday is Father's Day, and I will be spending it with other fathers at Fondu. Fondu is having a Father's Day lunch, and I will be the DJ there, and I will be hosting a Father's Day event there. So I believe that is very important to celebrate fathers, and that is why I'm making myself available for this event because for a long time, fathers have not been getting the recognition that they deserve. Um, it might be in a case where Peter pays for Paul, where other fathers have not played their role. So now new fathers and other fathers are taking the blame, and everybody's looking at fathers in a bubble, saying hey, men are not good, fathers are not good, fathers are not playing their role. So I believe the young fathers that we have now, they've now doing their father duties from experience. They're looking at other fathers, their age, and they're following that. And I believe a lot of the young fathers that we have now are doing a great job, but they are not being highlighted. So yeah, but to answer your question, Sunday I will be at Fondo.
Thank you so much for that, actually, Rome. What also, I am not going to throw you under the bus, but I'm going to ask a lot of the times the fathers believe how the mothers will want them to actually celebrate by giving them the farm tools. I mean, is that how we really appreciate our fathers? This is not so nice. I
Don't give me
am
farm
often
tools. Tech.
dismayed at that
Give me
gesture
tech
as
that.
well. I think you guys deserve a lot more. And even speaking, going out to the schools and speaking to the various educators, a particular person shared that very same sentiment. Why are you mothers giving us the farming tools and telling us, look, happy Father's Day? Is that all we deserve?
And that is true because a lot of the times we look at it like, okay, we've been working hard our whole life, to support our family, and now you're giving us more tools to continue working hard. But there are other things that we deserve. We deserve that relaxation, a nice massage, probably a large screen TV to watch our favorite sports or something. These are the things that that it makes a little difference. Taking us out for dinner, just like you would take mommy out. We deserve the same, but most people look at fathers like, okay, I don't know what to give him. If I don't give him a perfume or a bath set, maybe I can just give him some tools because that is what he enjoys doing. But the thing is, we look like we enjoy working with these tools because that is what we are trained to do. We are trained to take care of our families, and that is how we do it. So that is why we always with those tools. But we do deserve other things, and we do love other things. So The mothers, really need to learn the fathers, who you with, and learn what they love. Like myself, I'm a DJ, so what would you give me? You would probably give me, some DJ equipment or something.
Exactly, exactly. Not farm tools.
Not farm tools.
You know what I'm
Which is
saying?
true, and I'm hoping that this platform, even with our discussion at that very moment, will pave the way for better gift ideas. Maybe in the
Yeah.
near future as well. Dre actually applauded to say yes. He understands and he feels the pain for those fathers. Actually, let me reach out to the mothers as well who are playing the father's role.
You see,
Do
that is
you see
where
those?
that is what we deal with every year. That mothers playing the father's role. We don't want to deal with that every year. We appreciate that there are some single mothers out there who are doing a great job. Where the father is absent, but we feel like we never get that time to shine, because whenever it's Father's Day,
True.
there is always that phrase that says, "Big up the mothers who are playing the father's role." But I believe that there are good fathers who deserve the spotlight, who just
Yeah.
say, "Okay, happy Father's Day. You are doing a great job." The
Hmm.
mothers, we appreciate you. The fathers are absent and you're doing a great job. But Mother's Day is your day, all right? This is your day, but the Father's Day is for fathers who are doing a great job, not for the mothers who are doubling up. We appreciate you, but at the same time, we want that spotlight. We want to be appreciated. We want to feel like, okay, it's our day. Jennifer, I see your facial
I,
expression.
I, I, I
I saw that
now
too.
I kind of share his sentiment, but not so much, because yes, mothers have, they have this special day, and fathers have this special day, right? But for the mothers that are playing the double role, I think they should be recognized as well as,
The fathers who
as
are
a,
playing the
as a
double
father,
role.
because my mother was playing that double role. I wish her happy Father's Day as well. You know what I'm saying? So hey, if there are a few mothers that are playing the role as both mother and father, then let them get the praise as well. But like he said, what I mean, give us our flowers too. You know what I'm saying? Let us enjoy ourselves, because I know I've been the father I'm supposed to be, and I honestly believe that I, being the father that I am, that I, you know, set an example for other fathers. And these days, I'm seeing the younger fathers, they're really taking up their role and being there. It's not like before, you know, it's just a mother. I'm actually seeing the fathers, and kudos to them for that.
Thanks for the sharing. I may not get another opportunity, so I'm going to pose this question. What do you think continues to be the challenge for most of the fathers not taking up full responsibility?
Um, I, I, I can go. I think society has a lot to play with that, because they look at men as, we're concrete. We're supposed to be a concrete wall. We're supposed to be, just, yeah, whatever.
Macho.
Macho. You know what I'm saying? But remember, if we go back to the Bible, God made man before He made woman, right? And He made woman from man. So if woman tends to have all of these emotions, and they can do all of these things, who said man? You know what I'm saying? So I think that men need to just, step out of that role that society tried to put us in, and be there for your family, because you are the head of the home. And trust me, you're well needed in the home. There are a lot of things that women can't do, or not. Let me say can't do, but there's a uh, much more happen when a father is around. All right, and men just need to just stop looking at what the world says and just be there for your kids, be there for your wife, be there for your girlfriend, whoever it is, just be there as a father. You were there having fun, and okay, child, come now, so step up and take responsibility. Be a man and take responsibility.
Okay,
Simple.
so now it's called
Can I add to
fun.
that? Can I add to that?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. That question is a really good question. Genevieve is smiling because Genevieve just don't know what Rome will say next.
Rome,
Listen,
how did I get in this? Please answer the
listen.
question from a male's
All right.
perspective.
Most of the complaints that we get, that fathers are not playing a role is, most of this. If you look at the statistics, you will realize that most of it is people who have children outside of a relationship. So we have people saying, baby father drummer, mama, drummer. You will hardly find complaints about those kids who grew up in a two-family home, two parents home, with a mom and a dad. You'd hardly hear those complaints about that father not playing their role. But when you look at those people who have children, they were having fun. A child came, and then the father wants nothing to do with that child, which is wrong. But that is usually the case. So we need to look at it where mothers, okay, we need to be careful about who we are going to have a child with.
Agreed.
Now, and I tell every young man, listen, you can have all the fun that you want. I don't care what you do. But when it comes to having a child, you have to ensure that you have a child with the right person, because that can completely destroy your life. There are women out there. I don't want to cast any blame on the women, but there are women out there who makes it extremely difficult for men to be fathers, no matter how hard they try. And I'm speaking because I have friends who are fathers, and
Yep.
the mothers make it difficult just for them to provide for that child, just for them to see that child. So sometimes, there are men who are genuinely trying, but they just, they had that child with just the wrong person.
Yeah.
And that is the problem. So we need to look at, start having children in the right environment. You grow up in a two-parent family, that is the best one. That is how it was designed to be.
Exactly.
Other ways, we know, we can think of examples, we can think of people around us, we look at them, and we know it does not work when people have children outside of relationship.
Thank you so much for that. Also, curiosity burns. A point was made earlier on where the woman was born out of the man in terms of the ribs thing. I understand and I respect creation. And also, most of the men uses that in terms of controlling the women. Oh, I am the head of the house. I am in charge of you. You have to be subordinate. And we've seen, even recently, we've seen the whole domestic dispute and how it ended. And that was really sad. And I think we are here, two women and two men. It's equal for sure. You have the balance where if enough is enough, you need to be able to walk away from it. And you guys need to understand that it's not working and we need to say goodbye. Do not threaten us in terms of you leaving me, I'm going to kill you. You're going to be with nobody else except me. I'm the only one that can love you. Let me hear the females' point on that as well. And of course, I would allow for the men to share their own views. Rome, you're smiling this time. It's not Genevieve, but it's you.
But honestly, if they're good, I mean, it's urgent. It's better. So most times or sometimes it's better to let go than to hold on.
Yeah.
Sometimes holding on
Hurts you more
hurts you
than
more than
letting
letting
go.
go.
But I think, honestly, to avoid that at that stage, we need to begin with our children. We have to teach them what yes means and what no means. We have to teach them proper conflict resolution. We have to
Yeah.
teach them we because adults, children will not grow into adults who know if they're not taught at a young age. So
Yeah.
these things happen now, and honestly, I don't know if we could reverse it or if we could even fix it, but I know we could try to perhaps prevent it with the upcoming generation. We're a generation of adults who don't know how to take no, we don't know how to take criticism, we don't know how to solve our issues without them turning violent. So I don't even know how we fix it.
And again, share the same sentiment and what you're saying again, satisfy our children again. Showing as parents, show them love and affection. Because some of our children, we show them no love. Yeah, we go show them, the finance, always paying the bills, always give them money, but there's no love and affection. So they tend to look for love in all
In
the
other
wrong
different
places.
places,
And of
right,
course,
right.
hence the reason why we at Super FM have some, of course, always highlighting, even on our various talk shows, of course, parenting. Boy, child neglect is one of the biggest things that's it's prevalent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I agree with Ellen. Most
child
times,
neglect.
as
My
parents,
goodness.
we think that providing the child with their basic needs, food, shelter, water, clothing, that we're giving them everything that they need. But in order to build a holistic human being, you need a lot more than that. You need the love. You need to be molded in a way that you're able to deal with other people, you're able to communicate your feelings. And sadly, we don't teach our boys that, I've realized. We
Mm-hmm.
show our
It's
young
true.
ladies that you're supposed to communicate, you're supposed to say what you're feeling, you're supposed to work on it, go to therapy,
Yeah.
whatever. And then we teach our young boys that boys will be boys. And
Yeah.
most times they don't even know what that means.
Yeah. Boys not
So
supposed.
it's almost like we're teaching
Shouldn't
our
cry.
young
One
Yeah.
shouldn't
we're
cry.
teaching our young men to grow up and do these things, and then we cry wolf when they do it.
And that's where we're failing. And man, this love thing needs to be. Tell them.
Show
Tell
them.
them you love them. Show them you love them. They come from school. Hey, what's up? You know what I
How
mean? How
was
was
school?
school?
What did you
What did you
learn
do?
today?
Open your book.
Right.
Let's go over some stuff. You talk to them. Okay. You go to bed. Daddy love you. Both boys and girls. Let me tell you something. My son, I hug my son. My son would come up to me. We would hug and lie down. We would watch TV together and so on. They go to school. He would, what's wrong with that? Now you teach him them love, and just let me pass it on to, because what you do, your child copies, right? You cannot tell them do this and you're not doing it. And that's a mistake that we
Children
make as
emulate.
parents
Children
sometimes.
imitate
All
what
right.
they see.
They go to school at Reunion Primary, right? And two persons so I was like, man, your son is really he's really a loving child. He takes very good care of his sister. If she wants to sleep, he would put her on his lap and take her bag and everything like that. And these are things that I do with them. So you just have to know how to relate with your children. It's not about paying the bills and giving them stuff to go to school, but teach them to respect people as well. Their age, younger, older than them. Be helpful, be loving, be caring. Something is hurting, talk about it. Somebody, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's not about the girls only. Do it with your boys. Do it with your boys.
And not drifting away, but that is very important. Again, we as parents is how we coexist in the house, especially if we're not co-parenting, or even if we're only co-parenting too.
Mm-hmm.
You in the household, children see, and of course, like you mentioned, they emulate.
Mm-hmm.
Children do emulate. Okay, come to think of it, if mommy and daddy always in a fight, what you expect will happen?
Yeah.
The same thing. They
Mhm.
want to,
Mhm.
So hence why saying not only St. Lucia, but why domestic dispute is on the rise.
Mhm.
All
Yeah,
right.
but let me just take a minute to go back to Cabrina's question about that about men thinking that they have to control women. I know the Bible did say that women has to
Yeah, I want
what's
to.
the word that they use in the Bible? Women has to but I think most persons know the word that I'm trying to get. But you know
Should take up their
those things were back in the day where we had a household where the men was working and the men was providing everything. So the men they were more in control. But now we have women working and women providing as well. So now that we cannot look at women where we have to try to control them, we have to look at a relationship that is 50-50, where if we have to make one decision, that will be the man makes the decision, the woman makes the decision. It will be a collective effort. So I think that's a whole issue where I wish I got that word in the Bible. All right, I'll get it. But yeah, but now the time is different. It's a whole different time. It's a whole different atmosphere. We need to allow women to have a voice. Not like before. Before, back in the day, women were not even allowed to vote.
Rome.
Yes, sir.
You know what people talking about right now is gender equality.
Yeah, gender equality. But to some extent, women they do deserve that to a certain extent. But yeah, we have to treat women with equal voice. We have to let them have a voice. You're in a house, you want to make a decision, you want to take a loan to do something, you consult your wife, you consult your girlfriend. If you're
Right.
living together, common law. So it's not like before where men was just in control and men was macho, and but it's a different time now. Women are working now.
Here,
They are breadwinners as well.
here is different.
Which is true. You want to share on that, like you made mention?
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I think people just take this term men are the head of the home in the wrong context, as in, you know, you're the head of the home, not the boss of the woman.
Mm.
And a lot of men get this wrong. So it's like, it's like whatever I say goes. It's whatever. Listen, this is how we're doing. This is how we're doing that. This is how, and that's not how it happens. It's team. It's a teamwork. You understand? We wanna do something. We talk about it. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do that. If we cannot come to an agreement, this is where the leadership of the man now comes in and say, okay, babe, since we can't make a decision, I think we should go with this one. And then the wife or whoever accepts, and then we roll with it like that. So it's not the term the head of the home to be controlling and to be dominant in every situation, and so on and so on, to cause all of this drama.
And the word I was looking for is submit. The Bible said women has to submit to their husband. So that's what I'm saying. Now it's different.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is now 2 minutes after 11 in Surfers and Lucio and the Eastern Caribbean. It's almost the end of our discussion. Just before we end, I always love to have people share a motivational quote or a word of inspiration, encouragement. And this time, this one is to all our fathers out there. I would allow Dre, Rome, either of you guys could go first.
Okay.
Um, you go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, you could go ahead. You could go ahead.
You see, you all there like husband and wife. Huh?
All right. My quote today would be, "It's better to try and fail than fail to try." All right. Most times, if you say, "Oh, I want to do this, but I'm afraid, or this might happen," how do you know what's going to happen if you don't try it? So try and fail, then fail to try.
That's good.
Sweet. Mr.
Um,
Williams.
I just want to take a moment to just encourage the fathers out there. Sometimes you question yourself wondering if you're doing a good job, but what you need to do is just set an example. Use yourself as an example. All right. If you're a good individual, if you're doing what's best for yourself, your child, your son, your daughter, they look up to you.
Hmm.
Whatever you do, that's what they want to do. My son, he wants to be just like his father. All right. At the end, I want him to be happy, but he keeps saying that he wants to be just like his father. So what do I do? I set that right example
Hmm.
for him. People around me, I treat those people with respect. I show him that I work hard to get what I want. When he asks questions, a lot of times, kids ask questions, and we give them those vague responses. When my son asks questions, I explain to him everything, so
Hmm.
that he understands. So
Hmm.
we have to understand that as fathers, we are building those children up for society. Those children will be the tomorrow. They will be the decision makers. So we have to ensure that we do what's best for these children. At the end of the day, we brought those children into this world. So we cannot neglect them. For those fathers who are there who are giving fathers a bad name by neglecting their children, we cannot neglect those children, because those children, they are innocent. They did not ask to be here. We put them there. We were having fun. Something happened. We put them there. Whatever you have, sometimes you might not have money, you might not have a job, but whatever way that you can support that child, do that. Especially at the start, when my son's mom was pregnant and she was going through that pregnancy to the point of giving birth, That is the point where she needed me the most, and that is the point where most fathers are not there. That is the hardest.
Mm-hmm.
For a lot of fathers, you need to learn just to be there for your child. Sometimes you want to go and visit your child, you don't have anything to give him. Still go and visit because they need your presence. They need to learn from you. They need you to be there. There's a lot of things that children can learn from their fathers that they can learn from their mothers. There's a lot of questions that fathers can answer that mothers cannot answer.
True.
So we need the fathers to be there. We need the fathers to play the role. So next year, when Father's Day come, everybody will be excited to celebrate Father's Day because they know the fathers have been doing a great job.
Yeah.
All
Which
right.
is true. Just before Erlen actually share his extracting from what you said, although we said we would have gone to the end of the discussion, but you made mention of a lot of the fathers, whatever contribution they may have, especially if it's not monetary, that we as women should accept. And we find it's just not happening. And we have had a lot of scenarios where it's the money that they were after, and
Yeah.
not even, the concern or the generosity that that person would show in terms of, here I purchased some groceries that would enable to get through the month for the week, whatever it is, and when I'm able to provide the finance, I will.
Hmm.
But it's like, oh no, it's the money. And sometimes when we do give those monies, I'm speaking for the fathers, the children sometimes are the last persons to benefit
Benefit
from
from it. Yeah.
such.
Let's be honest. A trying man is better than a failing man.
Yeah.
All
Definitely.
right. At
Indeed.
least he's trying. And I want one thing, knowing that the kind of world we're living in, again, reaching out to you, a parent, I'm a parent, we're fathers. Let me say advance Father's Day greetings to all fathers.
Yeah,
All
man.
right,
Yeah, man.
celebrating this
Thank you. Same
weekend.
to you, bro.
I ain't talking about the deadbeat dads, eh?
Yeah.
I ain't talking
For
about
real.
the deadbeats. All right, so moving along. Of course, I know sometimes children go through issues as well. They have their own life, whether they um an adult or minor.
Yeah.
As when I'm trying to reach out to those adults, 18 years and over, right? I always want my children to know if the relationship ain't working, come home. If the bills become overwhelming, come
Come
home.
home.
If you feel unsafe, come home. If something don't feel right, come home. I want my kids to always know they can come home. All right. Never believe in saying that you're 18 and they're grown. Kids are forever gonna be your kids.
That's
They're
right.
part of you.
That's right.
All right. Again, like Rom said, they never asked you to come in this world. We brought them into
Yeah, we
this
brought it
world.
in. Yep. Yep.
Okay. All right. Always remind your kids. Always.
True that. Word.
Well said. On that note, how would you like to end, fathers? It's your time. Final sentiments.
Happy Fathers. Well, advanced Fathers Day to all fathers. All right. Those worthy of being called fathers. Those that are not neglecting or running away from their responsibility. Big up to you. All right. Keep on doing an amazing job. I know most times you don't get complimented from the lady, your significant other, or whoever. You understand? And boy, I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of fathers working tirelessly behind the scene, making sure that all goes well. All right.
And also with you, Rome, I must say,
Sorry.
Margaret Joseph is listening from Orlando. Happy Father's Day to you, Romanas.
Oh, thank you so
It's
much,
like
Margaret.
looks like you traveled, huh?
But also, I want to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers who stepped up. Those stepfathers. So happy Father's Day to all the stepfathers as well, who are playing that role where the fathers are absent.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Not for real. Big up to them, eh?
Yeah. For
All the
real.
all the stepfathers who took time out, of course, not your very own, but you, of course, Oral's principle. You brought up the kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, to be
yeah.
one of the best there is, whether
Yeah.
it's male or female.
Female. Yeah.
Big up to you, man.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Hats up to you.
Anne Henry said, Happy Father's Day to my husband. Andre Henry, love you. And I'm happy you
Oh,
guys
big
are
up
there.
yourself, Anne
As
Henry.
much as I'm saying that we have near the discussion, but too often, we miss the opportunity to have a panel where we have only men.
Man. Mm-hmm.
There are consultations where men are asked to be part of it and they refuse to. The seats are more or less left empty. We've heard the cries of the PTE when there are meetings. The children, the fathers are not present. They look for all excuses just to evade, being at the school to play that integral role.
Yeah.
We also have events happening at no cost, and the invitation is being extended, and the fathers there is still no show, and it reflects on the child's performance.
Mm-hmm.
Kudos to all those of you who are actually being the mentor, being the father, and taking the leading role when it comes to the kids. Another thing too, a lot of families believe the girls should be the ones to that they should show more affection to because of maybe the emotions and stuff, and they believe the guys, again, like you said, they are rock cornerstones, they are men, they can stand on their feet, and they do not need sheltering. I think it's all wrong, and with a change of thinking, a lot can go a long way in terms of molding our men in the community, and maybe we can actually curb the crime situation.
Yep.
Yes, yes,
Yep.
yes.
Mhm. That is true, and I think Joey mentioned that as well. It's just a matter of showing love to the boys. My
Mhm.
son, I show my son so much love. I'm always
Yes.
reminding him that
Oh,
I
man.
love him. Always, telling him, I care about him. Always trying to spend time with him. He always, like he said, you want to watch TV. My son said, "Daddy, I want to spend time with you." Sure, let's spend time. Let's watch TV. Let's do something. I always remind him, I love you. Have a good day. He comes from school. How was your day? What did you learn from school today?
Mhm.
And it's always those small things because we did not grow up. A lot of people, there are a lot of people out there. If they get a hug from their fathers, it will feel strange to them because they are not accustomed to that.
Yeah,
Because we
yeah,
did not grow up in that kind of culture where our fathers will hug us and kiss us and tell us that they love us. We know that they do, but they don't say it. So, but now we have to break that generational curse. We have to break that barrier and create a new culture, a new reality where we tell our boys, "I love you," hug them all the time,
yeah,
and we
man.
just keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
Because we look at the other cultures and they do that without hesitation. You see grown men telling "Daddy, I love you," hugging their dad. But for us, it is strange. If we do something like that, it is strange, and
It's
that
like
is something
taboo.
yeah, we need to change. So I'm changing it with my family. I'm always telling my son
That's
I
right.
love him,
That's
always
right.
hugging him, and I wish to continue that for as old as he gets.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right.
This is so sweet. Unfortunately, this is where we have to end this interesting discussion. It is now 12 minutes after the hour of 11 a.m. in Surface and Lucia and Eastern Caribbean. Special thank you to Andre, Romanus Medius. A special thank you to you as well. Earlier on, let me say thank you to Geneva to actually keep us abreast with the pageantry and the different processes that has happened to lead to the 17th, which is the big day. My colleague, let me say advance Father's Day greetings to you as well.
I
And
have my
thank
gift.
you for your
I
contribution.
hope you have my gift.
House guests would not have been possible without the various presence of you guys. To our listening audience, Facebook listeners, contributions, I say thank you so, so much. To have yourself a wonderful day. And again, advance Father's Day greetings going out to the entire community. We're out.
Okay, bye.
No.